was in Alamo, documentary Alamo in Tiger in Amazon. So,
Oh, well, I've been working from home, and from this morning, I was on the computer. I had to do some exams, so it took me
you know that
all the way into the afternoon. I finished the exams, and
I've
tomorrow I
been
still got more to do too. And then for 2 hours, and then after that, at 11 o'clock, they have some kind of a teaching assignment. So I have to be in the computer. Did you see the computer the monitors I have? I think I'm gonna show you, right?
yeah,
The monitors. Didn't you
yeah,
see that?
yeah. It's big, yeah.
Yeah.
You said it last time
I
when
have two. I have two of those. Another one over there. Dell.
you know that I applied for a few Johnny Indeed, but they haven't called me, so I don't know.
Who?
Me, I applied for a few Johnny Indeed, but I don't have any good luck.
You apply for what?
I applied for some job in Indeed and apply for something in the place that some job, but I haven't heard nothing from them.
You don't have good
And
luck.
and my job is really laid me off. I hardly work this week, only work Friday.
How many hours did you get?
Only they come out 14 hour only this week.
40. So you work 2 days then, because
Yep.
I thought you worked 14 hours in the same day.
Just 14 hour I get this week. They cut so many hours. I used to get 38, 39, 30 now. Now they only get 14 hours.
It's like you like abuse. It's like you were supposed to leave that job, and then you're still there. You put up with that woman who talks like she doesn't care, you know,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
still putting up with that woman. Oh my
I
God.
rather ask them. I need more time. I've been trying my best. I ask them. I try. They say no. They cut everyone's hour, and they say that they say that if we cut everyone's hour off, not just you too, you know. And because if you decide want to go other department, do other thing out, then other people, we cut other people department hour off too. If you go work for a different department and you get more hour, they don't get hour, they're gonna be pissed. That's what my supervisor say.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that, you know. So I asked so many times, so it's nothing I can do. Now I have to look for other job. You know, it's just hard because snow is everywhere and snowing, and my car is starting. I have to get it inspected soon. I don't pass it, and I don't know everything. Just disappointed.
Yeah, I remember years ago, you right near Christmas time, you had the same problem with the car inspection.
Yeah, every year on Christmas time I have to do it. See, every time. Not like a California. I never have to
You
worry.
remind me. You remind me of a guy years ago on the what was then the CB radio. It was
Yeah,
probably before you were born. And
I know.
there was a guy who used to say, you know what? If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. That's what he said.
I know.
You remind me of that man. You know, he always says that. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. Yep, you always have a like something always happening to you. You know, something bad. You know, never like just like one of these like one of these novels like Kafka, always something dramatic, something foreboding. Your life always seems as though it's like dark and mysterious, and something is always going on that's affecting you. It's nothing cheerful, nothing to say, oh, wow, this is great. you know it's always some kind of a misery, something that's like that. Yeah,
No, because
always.
It's not my life, honey. Like it's mystery, never had happy. No, I don't. I'm not like that way. It's just like a car is. You know how car is, and you need a car. I live in resort fucking place in a snow place. You have to have a car. You've been there before, and I the only one living here alone, and only me. And I don't get any help, and everything I'm making government to all of my money, and housing people go way my rent up. How the fuck do I have money?
Well, look,
It's not me.
I'm getting my first paycheck. I think right at the end. I think it's right after Christmas. So if you want, you come down. We go out and we have a good time for the new year. You could be
I
in New
want
York.
to.
I have some money
Maybe
to
I will.
spend. What?
Buy me a bus ticket. I might come down. I'm so depressed with my
Yeah, but
job.
you got to be sure that you have to be sure you're coming down and not bullshitting me. You know.
No, I New Year's time. I still have a couple days. Let me look at my schedule. And I'm not working whole week this week. I'm gonna go Bangor Career Center tomorrow. If not snowing, then I'm gonna go Bangor. And I don't know. I think about moving to Bangor up there because they have a lot of junk there. I like to do a few things there in Bangor. It's more opportunity a little bit, and more bars, and more, they have classes, night classes, and they have more hospital. Um, and I can try for my housing up there. The company I live here, they have they have a lot different apartment in Bangor, you know. So I thinking about moving to Bangor. So
Yeah.
Kevin is nothing but just disappointed me, and it's just nothing. We go there, and I talked to him last night. He just said that, he said, yeah, I'm planning on it. I'm planning on it. Feel like, he just texted me out of the blue earlier today, said that my job told me to go, what's that place? Start with P, close to New Jersey.
Philadelphia.
No, start with,
Philadelphia.
yeah,
Philadelphia near New Jersey.
yeah, he gonna go there. Start with P. I can't say that fucking name.
Well, the one with a P that's near New Jersey is Philadelphia.
Yeah,
It's
he
right
gonna
across
go.
from New Jersey.
Yeah, he gonna go there for whole month. So he's he gonna go travel there for whole month. Okay, if you go there whole month, you're not gonna have time looking for a house. He bullshit me.
So you actually believe that?
Yeah, I kind of believe that. Oh, looking for house. He sent me all kind of picture. He sent me all kind of house, and he look in the house. But now after that, like out of blue, today, and when I outside cleaning my car, he just text me and I said, "Oh, my boss trying for me to pay $50, something like that, and I'm gonna go there for 1 month." Then it's like a and I was like, and how can how can you honey time looking for a house if we go gone for almost 2 months? I have to go. Maybe I don't have time yet, And he said, maybe can you need to be patient with me. Again, patient. And he live in fucking apartment, and if you you're right. If you want me to stay there, where he live apartment only by himself. It's me. I don't have my kid with me, okay? And he live in a big apartment, almost the same, almost big, little like my apartment, okay? And he want me to live there. He told me to come down. He just not fucking waiting. He said, "Oh, I'm not waiting for commandment. I'm not waiting for necessary. I'm not waiting for this, that bullshit, And he just fucking in the middle asked me, said, "Oh, I'm gonna go PP again to work there," and I just like I just like forget it. I don't think I can count on this motherfucker. So
Well, you're not the only woman who been strung along. Some men do that. They just play along and play along with the woman.
Yeah, and after that, it's like, the way I go in there, I see woman's hair and stuff like that, and I look at her Facebook, and it's just like, I know a few girls that he going to PP wherever. He gonna go 1 month for there for 2 months, and busy working and not seeing me. That's bullshit. He maybe he really cheating on me. I really know that they cheating on me.
He has an interesting job whereby he sent to these different places, and I mean, look at that. He goes to Maine. He meets girls. You know, and Maine is a mostly white state, and he meets
Yeah.
white girls in Maine. Yeah, it reminds me when years ago when I used to travel, go to places like Los Angeles. I always met women. You know, like go to Florida. Well, I never went to Florida through my job. I went in my own, but just going in my own, you know, you always meet girls, always met women, you know. Now I don't know how it may be, but that I'm older. But back then, no, I never had a problem, you know. So that's how it is. So for him, of course, you know, he goes to Philadelphia or whatever. Of course, he's gonna meet a woman, you know.
Yeah, of course. That's all I say too.
That's how it is.
And
Yeah.
I listening the place the Danny site that you me and him will meet. I heard a lot going on right here. Going on right here. I heard a lot of women, white people talking about
What's
like
that? Tender?
yeah, I just heard it.
Is that where you met him?
Yeah, we block and I read the data site and
Oh, you mean some men who are like they've been convicted of like rape and all kinds of stuff like that, and they've been
no,
on those
no.
sites?
It's not like that. Like I heard it. Like a woman work that I used to. The woman I work with people. Like someone I know, like a white woman, white girl. You know, and I listen to the quote. You know, the people quote talking about relationship on Facebook. You know, they talk about how to be careful in relationship, different things. They teach you how to look for in relationship, different things. I listen to a lot what quote a woman talk about. They say that, and a woman, I we hope blog she quoted to the quote, and she said that a white girl from somewhere in Virginia. Oh yeah, Virginia. Two women from Virginia, and her name is I think her name is something. I think her name is like Christine or something like that, you know. And I read it and they talk about relationship and you know and they get cold comment and stuff like that. So I follow that guy teaching about relationship, a quote, you know. So I read a lot what people comment and everything. And Chris and that lady from Virginia, her name Christine, and she get comment to the code in relationship code, and I read it. She say like she meet a guy, her boyfriend, a guy travel state to state working, and I fall in love with him, and he is really kind man, and he is gentleman, and he is African American man, and I live in Virginia, and he live outside like 1 hour from me, and I was like 1 hour from me. He live in Virginia, he live in West Virginia, and her boyfriend living 1 hour between Maryland. He not say Baltimore, but Maryland, and he described the way did describe to the code, and I read it, and he said her boyfriend travel state to state working, and I don't see him too much. And I miss him a lot. Sometimes he come to me, he call me and ask me he love me, and he say wait for her to come back, and I wait. What should I do? You know, he say he love me, and I never like he travel a lot to state, and I'll be waiting for him. And he text me a lot. He say he love me, and he will come see me when he have day off and stuff like that. That is sound like the motherfucker that I dated. Yes! See, God is good. God is good. See, I told you, God really sold me. See, God is really sold me. And I was like, and I
Well, Baltimore from Virginia, it is about an hour or so. You know, it's about an hour because Baltimore is not that far from Washington.
Maryland, because that's like a cabin live close to Maryland, Baltimore. So okay, 1 hour. She's from West Virginia. She's a black girl. Actually, she's black girl. Okay, she get comment to the National Cope, and the National Cope said a man like that. You see, a man like that, you should not. You should not wait. You should move on your life, and you should find someone that not travel state to state. Most men like that, they cheating. They're not serious in relationship.
Well, that's what I told you, because I told you that somebody who moved, because like Maine is a very remote state. You know, most people in the U.S. never been to Maine, because you look at the map, look at where Maine is, all the way up there into Canada. You know, so I told you that the fact that a guy is going to go up there and looking for a relationship, you know, it's not really, he's not really looking for a relationship. He's really looking for sex. That's what it is, because nobody's going to want to find a real girlfriend who lives in Maine and you live all the way down in Baltimore. Who's going to do that? Because Maine is so remote. I mean, just to get up to Maine is not really that easy, you know? Yeah. And then to fly into Maine, too, is very expensive. You know, it would cost me less money to fly to California, to like Los Angeles or San Francisco, than for me to fly to Maine. And Maine is much closer to me than California, you know? That's how remote Maine is. So it's more expensive to fly into Maine.
Yeah, and that's why, and the coach say that you should move on. You should not wait your time, and you should if you should not wait for people like that. Most people travel state to state like that. Is they cheating? They not seriously in a relationship. If you really seriously looking for a relationship commitment. And I don't think he's the kind of man you should like.
Yeah, but that was my advice to you. But again, maybe you hear it from an expert. You probably say, "Oh, you know, this is an expert person speaking, so I'll probably listen to what they have to say." But coming from me, you probably wouldn't take it from me, because I tend to, like, you know, reason things out and so forth and tell you what the deal is. But yeah, because I told you right away. I mean, like the guy coming from Brazil to meet you, he was coming through New York. I told you, yeah, you know, you should come down and meet the man. You know him for so many years already. You know, what you got to lose? You come meet him. You know, maybe you're able to change your life. This guy just popped out of nowhere, and you're gonna like throw away the guy from Brazil for him. You don't even know him. You know, you don't know him that well. Especially, he's just somebody just passing through, doing work, what have you, and that person who gave the advice is correct. You know, they know from experience, from people who call into the show and things like that person is just moving through. You know, like to say, a Rolling Stone got his no moss.
He's a coach. He's coach. He from I think he not from. I think he from not from. I think he from. I don't know where he from, but he's the coach in relationship. People talk to him, say him last name, and stuff like that. And sometimes he come talk to people, whoever like to come listen to him and live chatting and stuff like that. That's why I follow him a lot. So a lot of women do the same thing in relationship, and they have a problem with the man marry in relationship with men, and they go to him. That's why I follow him. No, I don't
Well,
have.
see, the thing with women is women tend to need more of a relationship than men, you know, because the way society is constructed, women believe that they need to have somebody, you know. So that's
Yeah.
why it's
That's
much
what
more
people
easier
say.
for women to be scammed like that or to be
Yeah,
tricked.
that's what the quote said, that women should not looking for man, chase man. That's not what he said.
Yeah, but the problem is that the problem is that some women believe that if they take that advice and they don't do it, some other woman will. So that's why they do it. You know, they say, well, if I don't do it, another woman is going to come along and do it. So I might as well do it. And that's why they end up competing with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's why. So you only, you have like 1 or 2 days a week?
yeah. Fine.
So how about next week? What's your schedule for next week?
See, that's him.
Yeah.
The pastor, the relationship.
Oh, he's the one that gives the advice?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I see.
Speak
So,
a little bit louder.
Coming 2020 time that I'm actually doing this message. And so many times come to the end of the year with all of the resolutions.
so when do you want to come down for the New Year? Right before the New Year?
Hold on.
And the question is,
That's that guy. I'll follow him.
why is it that
So I don't know yet. I'll let you know after.
Maybe like the 27th. The 27th is a Friday, and that comes into the weekend, and then that goes into the New Year, which is Wednesday.
Yeah,
If you come like Friday the 27th.
Yeah, I do want to go New Year because New York City is awesome, and I think
If you come like the 27th December, around that time.
yeah, I might well. So 27, yeah, that's Thursday, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the pastor. She's a pastor, and then she's a coach.
So you only have like two days a week. So
Yeah. Yeah, I do. So
since
So
you
you
don't
are-
since you don't have the money, I can refund you the money. You can get it and I refund it to you.
see, God is always watch over me, but I always ignore it because God always protect me, but I did not see with fact. I just ignore it and don't listen to
Yeah,
God.
but you don't listen to God.
So see, that's why I don't know. And after I hear what that lady talking about, and now Kevin in the middle earlier today, and he sent me all kind of list that he looking for a house, and he only go looking for a house. He said I go looking for the house, and he only go looking for the house. And I said, oh, you did go look at the house. And she go, I'm busy a little bit. I haven't had time looking for the house yet. And today, and he just said, oh, my boss want me to go to different the P place and work for 1 month and a half there. I was like, oh, then I just like I cannot trust him no more. So
Well, you always say, well, he's a good man. That's what you always say. You always defend him. You always say, yeah, but he's a good man. That's what you said.
And plus, I not really like to live in Baltimore anyway. It's disgusting.
You don't like what?
I don't really like to live in Baltimore anyway. It's not for me. And people is isolated, rude, don't really talk to you. Money go digger, pit place, drug dealer, disgusting. Woman there is
You
just
sound like Donald Trump. That's what he said about Baltimore.
no. I'm not saying that. So many drug
But
and
his wife went to Baltimore.
it's
I think
no.
last week.
It's no Asian people. I the only one Asian see everywhere. So many black and white
They gotta be
Americans.
Asian people because anywhere there are black people, they usually have Chinese people who cook, Chinese food and sell.
No,
Always.
yeah,
Yeah,
they have
everywhere.
the Chinese restaurant like
Everywhere
that.
you have black people, you have Chinese restaurants.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
how
like a
Chinese make their money.
yeah, it's not like a New York City. Like I see a lot Asian people walking the street and different people walking the street. India, Palestinian, different culture. Like when I go to New York, Baltimore, it's only white and black people. If you want to see Asian people, it's you have to go like do your nail, your makeup, or and go eat Chinese food. That's it. That's all the Asian people is.
Wow.
That's all about it. The whole Asian people walking downtown, Baltimore, all of black people waiting for dry and none of them work and street is disgusting and New York is much better.
Yeah, well, of course, New York is in a New York is in a class by itself.
Yeah, New York is a high quality people there. They dress nice, they talk to you, and they friendly, and they play good music. They know how to party, and they clean place, and a lot miss people. And it's good walking place. Baltimore's everywhere is like shooting. People drive car like put it in there. They all look at you. And isolated everywhere. I don't know. I feel like I don't think I can live in Baltimore. So
But that's where you said you're willing to go to live in Baltimore.
I kind of want to if I with Kevin, yeah. But after what Kevin he saying all the change all the subject out of the blue all the time, change again. He changed so many bullshit, and he's saying again all the time. I get excited, and I thought he's sissy, he really do. He sent me all kind of folder looking for the house. I cannot told I like this one. Can you take a look at it? He said yeah. And I kind of look forward to it. I kind of excited. Now he just in the middle. It's like, this, that. Now change the same subject. Never go nowhere. And always has something coming up. It's just like lying to me a lot, and I feel like that. Why I want to waste my time trusting this guy? I feel like I have a lot. Not just this is not her first his first time. He say all kind of thing. He say he do things, but it's no plan, nothing. Ask him, he just don't know what he wanna do, not sure, nothing. He just say I'm not ready. Yeah, you should be patient all the time like that. I feel like I don't think this man know what he wants. So, and I just decided say I don't think he is. No, make up his mind. So after that he's gonna go to other state working now. I bet he really have cheating on me. So I really don't think that my plan gonna be working with him. So yeah. I don't know. He just fuck everything up. So I kind of look forward to, but you can't make people love you. So it is what it is. So and you can't change people neither. So, yeah.
And likewise, he that hath received two, he also gained another two.
And this guy told you, said that let your heart vote. You're gonna be paying, but thank God that you're not going those people like that out of your life because they not belong to you. So you should be thank God that they're not in your life. It's good that God blocked it. He's white. This guy, pastor guy, this guy white. So I thank God that I might have a little pain, but I learned that my pain is okay. But it's good to be pain a little bit. Your heart vote, but it's good.
So you had to hear from that show with that advice before you realize that you should have known that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't have to hear that. You should have known that.
It's just him and you.
Because I told you, somebody who's traveling that far, especially all the way to Maine. Maine is so remote that if they're looking, I mean, who's gonna leave from down by Baltimore, which is not that far from Washington D.C., to have like a girlfriend all the way in Maine? That's not serious. Nobody's gonna do that. To have a girlfriend in Maine. Maine is so remote. There's so many women all the way close to Washington D.C. Okay, maybe he doesn't want women in Baltimore. Okay, but once you go down to Washington D.C., which is not that far, that's a short ride. That's a very cosmopolitan city, Washington. You got people from all over the world. Remember, they have embassies from all over the world because it's the capital of the United States of America. So you see all kinds of people there, all kinds of restaurants and hotels, and so you see all sorts of people there. It's something like New York, except it has a lot of federal buildings in Washington D.C. So, so if you're going to meet somebody, of course, you're going to meet somebody over there toward Washington. That part, that area. Or right outside in Maryland, right outside of Washington, like Silver Spring, Hyattsville, that area right around there, Annapolis. And so for Baltimore is farther up, north. Yeah.
And he is kind of like what I stop calling narcissist people. He only think about himself. He is think about himself and selfish and always like think about himself. Always like think about him and like always like when I'm with him, he always say talk like a little bit rude to me, different thing, and sometimes he say, like I understand he make good money and he have a lot of money, different thing, but I feel like he's that kind of people that like you cannot save money with because that that you can that everything have to be like decent, quality clothes, quality shoe, look good all the time. He's old, but don't dress like older people. Always like fancy clothes, shoe expensive. Always eat expensive food all the time. Always always want her woman have to look pretty all the time. With long nail, with long makeup. It's just like with this kind of man.
Always, he's like Donald Trump. That said his first wife, he told her she mustn't look older than 28 years old. That's what he told his first wife.
Yeah, and feel
Don't
like
be older than 28.
yeah, I feel like he always bet a woman have to, look good and have to put makeup on, and it's just like
It takes a lot of time to do all that stuff.
yeah, and be where this kind of man is the money joy in the pocket, and he don't push it. That woman, that kind of man, he doesn't see woman. He's so have to be look good, perfect for him, like going wash jump, hang with his going places have to look nice, and stuff like that. You can't always be yourself. You can't always be like, who you are, like without makeup. It's okay. Always have to look nice and stuff. And
Wow, I'm hearing somebody saying the mailman. It's up to 10 right now.
so it's just I don't feel like
Mailman
comfortable
at this
at all,
time?
I don't feel like I be myself at all, and I not feel comfortable at all sometimes, and like with him, money going down the drain. He doesn't know like everything in the house have to eat. Food is have to be expensive, different food, picky eat and stuff like that. No, I cannot save money with those kind of men like that. I can't. My paycheck going to the joy. Everything like you have to go to fancy place, buy fancy stuff, different thing. It just no. I cannot. I cannot lift my credit. I'll be with this kind of man. My credit, how much I work or not, and different thing. I can never. I'm gonna be so bolder than what I live with now. No, it's just like those kind of person is costly. What is that word they say? Start with N, like always think about them good themselves. Think about they have more this that themselves. They don't push it. Understand people emotion and understand people how they feel. They don't talk about God too much. They just think about themselves. Join nice car, play loud music. No, I don't live in life like that. I don't live like kind of life. I'm not rich like that. You know me? I'm not rich. I live in America a long time. I had an educated woman. I'm not rich, but I'm not stupid. I come from tough life too. I know how to survive life. Okay? More than most people is. I meet many educated people, professional, doctor, whatever. I meet so many people in my life. It's not I live in California. I know how rich people in California. I used to have rich family, different people I go out with. Okay? I know how it is, and for me is with him, no, I cannot save money like that. He is have to marry like a white girl, and really like a doctor white girl, like a make money like so much every week. Yeah, you can do nice thing, go eat, do your nails, makeup, look good, look pretty all the time. Have to have high quality payment. To be with man like him, be with him like that. For me, it's like I no way I can have money like that, be like that with him. It's just I cannot save money like that. So it is like casket. What is that same way? Like start with N, Casley or something. Those kind of people, selfish. really selfish sometimes, like sometimes I go restaurant with him and he sometimes he just sit by like eat sit by so quick like he horny like look a while and say smile at people and say hello to other people and enjoy in the moment look at things, always it's like have to be like so good, have to look so pretty, those kind of high class women. I'm not high class woman, okay? I'm not comfortable like that kind of a woman like that he expect me to do, okay? I want to be myself. I that kind of person, I friendly. I sometimes I'll open the door for people. I say hello and smile to talk to people sometimes, get to know people. I'm not stuck up person. I care what other people think about me sometimes, and I like to enjoy my food sometimes. I don't eat fast, and I don't have to look good all the time. I can pick up some bone and chew it. I don't have to be afraid that you look at me chewing a bone. It just I cannot live like that. I live like in a shell.
You can chew your bone if you want. You're not sitting with the Queen in England having dinner.
Yes,
If you sit
I
with
can
her,
chew
you
it
have to
like
you have to eat. You
when we
have to
go
hold.
eat.
You have to hold the teacup a certain way. Your fingers
Yes,
have to be this way and so forth. There's a certain way,
yes.
certain way you have to behave.
Like I cannot do that, I'm not me like that, I go up happy. I happy a happy lady, okay? I don't put makeup. I eat like I eat whatever. Like I don't have to sit so away, like when we went to his brother Thanksgiving. His brother is really rich in loyalty. They have big house, and everybody eat when we're there. Everybody had so many people, and they taking table everything. Some of them they eat down in the down there in the basement, but really nice, and they have table there. So I had nowhere to sit. Okay, I sit in the floor, uncomfortable in the floor, and look at the baby playing in the floor. Okay, so I sit in the floor and I pass my food and I'm comfortable there. Soft carpet is nice, and I can eat there. He just said, "Oh, you should, can you please get up? You should not sit in the floor eat like that." I said, "Excuse me." You talk to me. I said, "Excuse me. I'm comfortable here. Thank you. I like to sit here and eat my food. I'm comfortable. I don't need a table to go. Please just sit. Don't sit in the floor like that. Can you sit in the hey, let me find some table for you." And and he want me to sit in the table. It's like, oh my freaking God. And he got mad at me. I sleep in the floor, and he did not talk to
That's
me
funny.
all.
I looked at this video the other day in Iran, which Iran is in Asia. It's in western part of Asia, and they were eating a meal, and everybody's sitting on the floor eating. That's how it is
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, because a lot of people, and you would need like a lot of room for tables, and everybody's sitting on the floor in Iran, and they're eating food, and they're very comfortable eating.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, but in America, that's not really the style. But of course, with certain cultures, sitting on the floor is not a big deal. Like when I went on that trip in 2017, December 2017, Laos, we went to like a lady's house, and the tour company, they pay her to like make food. Like a local. She makes food. She made like a lot of food for us, and we all were sitting on the floor. Yeah, we were all sitting on the floor eating. Of course, I'm not really too accustomed to that, but that's how it is. Yeah, it was loud, and we were sitting there. We were eating. I think it was in Luang Prabang. I believe the place was where we were sitting, and we were all eating and having dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. And he told me to get up, uncomfortable. It's like I don't follow no one. It's made me feel like fool, and and he got mad at me. He said, you should not stay in the floor like that. I said, yeah, I'm comfortable here. And he tell me what to do, trying to change me to look pretty all the time. It's just not me.
So why does that bother him that you sit on the floor? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
me, something like that wouldn't bother. I guess maybe because I'm more familiar, I guess with different cultures, different styles. I'm more open-minded to that. That people express themselves differently, and in some cultures, even like with like some Indians, they sit on the floor too, and they
Yeah,
eat.
that's why I
You
say
know?
I do
Yeah,
not
that's
have
normal for
I'm
them.
not asking her to sleep in the floor. I'm comfortable in the floor. It's really wood the way he talks.
But he seems to be kind of like irritated that you sit that you sit on the floor and it'll make you look like it looks unclassy, like not sophisticated. That here's this
Yeah,
woman. Here's this Asian woman sitting on the floor around his family, what have you, and to him it just doesn't come across as right. So to him, he wants you to sit at the table even though there wasn't any room for you. Yeah, no room for you, but you can't sit on the floor.
yeah.
I don't think he should be bothered by that. He should see, some people feel different way in different culture. Remember when you first came here by me and you went outside and you were eating and you didn't have any slippers or anything on, and
Yeah.
you went out there with a plate. I don't know. I think you were eating eggs or something, scrambled egg, and people looked at you and they talk to you and they say, "Wow, lady, you don't have any," because around here that's kind of unusual to see people walking around without any slippers, and they thought it was kind of funny, you know. And I think that's how you probably get to know some of these people, because they see you as a person they can relate to, because you're kind of unusual. So, you're doing something different, because, most people around here, they're not going to step outside without wearing any shoes or slippers or something. But there you were. I believe it was Saturday morning, and you went out there and you had no slippers on. You were bare feet. Even me, I wouldn't. And the reason I wouldn't do it, when I was younger, I used to do stuff like that, walk bare feet. I used to like walking bare feet. But the reason I wouldn't do it is because around here, people, break bottles and things like that. So I wouldn't want to risk cutting my feet. That's why. But
Yeah.
other than that, I don't mind walking bare feet if I could.
Feel nice sometimes.
Yeah, but people are, in New York City, people throw bottles. Sometimes they break. Yeah, so you don't want to risk cutting your feet. That's the worst thing. If you get a cut on your feet and you have to
Yeah.
walk, and you have a cut, you have a cut below in your feet. Wow, that's the worst thing, because you can't put pressure on it. You may have to hop around. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wayne, I'll let you know soon, and I ain't gonna do what I have to do.
Yeah. Well, if you come, you should come like the next, not this Friday, like around the 27th, to what,
Yeah, I
getting
will.
close to what the
It's
end of the week, the next weekend, not this week,
Yeah.
because that will take you right into the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, around the 27th will be fine.
My phone battery getting lower now. That's all.
Yeah. All right then. You have a good night.
Okay, good night.
All right. Take care. Bye.